Can you hear me now? Is it okay? Perfect. Thanks, guys, for confirming. So we have 1 more minute to go. Okay, friends. So today we are going to do this live session. So the objective behind it is, so whenever you have any Excel trainings or any of the trainings, so in my case you might have seen there are three phases we are conducting the trainings. So the first one is we are having a couple of lessons, and then couple of formulas on the shorts, and also a couple of puzzles I am giving to make you think in a different way altogether. And these live sessions, whatever we are conducting today, is not going to be similar to the lessons, because lessons will contain only one particular formula or one particular topic. And on that particular topic, we are going to explain you what exactly the theory is, and we will take the a simple examples to explain what exactly that particular theory is about. But in today's case, we are taking couple of examples in the real world. For example, might be Facebook or any of the social media, or from the comments, I'm taking few of the examples where people are getting stuck with, and they are seeking for the help. So these particular places, we are considered these examples, and we try to I tried to bring to you this particular session. So in today's session, so if you have any questions whenever we are doing the a live session, you can just comment, and I'll try to answer as much as possible. So for right now, I can see we have Sudha. Welcome, Sudha. Welcome, Lata. So we have Satish. Welcome, Satish. We have Giri. Welcome, Giri. Welcome, Murli. Welcome, Jerry. Welcome, Prima. Okay, so we are going to go directly to the Excel. Now you can see this is one of the question which is asked by the user. So when I copy a sheet and paste into a new file sheet format and column width changes, how can I paste with same format some column are merged? So basically this user is trying to understand, he want to copy one data one place to another place, it might be same sheet or different sheet, and that data has some merged cells, and he want to copy. Whenever he is copying, he is having the change in the column width. Now for example, if we are selecting this data, this is the format, we can take it as a sample, and we are going to copy this, and we will try to copy here. Now if I am copy and pasting here, so you can see that the column width has been changed. So the user is asking us, so how can I correct this? So anyone want to try this? Anyone wants to comment on this? How we can solve? We have seen in the lesson number 3 how to do a paste special. So we had the request on the page special from Lata, and we uploaded one lesson on page special altogether. So anyone wants to comment how it can be solved? I'll give a minute. Okay, friends. So whenever you are copying and pasting, so I directly pasted. So I'll go back and I'm copying here, Control C, and whenever I am pasting, Here, if you see on the paste special, I am using all. So I am pasting this. So now, since the column width has been changed and the copy area is still available, so we can right click, paste special, and then use column width and click on OK. Now you can see the same format has been copied. For a specific case, I have used the formulas as well here, and the similar formulas has been moved on the column R as well. So for this particular question, so we know how to copy and paste with the correct formatting as well as the column width. So is it okay? Everyone are with me? Please say yes in the comment if you are okay. We can go to the next one. If you have any questions, please comment on this. Okay, guys, we are going to the second problem. In the second problem, the user has asked how to merge all pin codes in one cell. For example, he want to see like this and the pin codes are here. And I have used the pin codes here just for the reference. It might not be the same pin codes. I have just dragged the formula. So now I want to understand if anyone wants to help me with how we can solve this case. We have already done this in the formula section. So anyone can suggest any formula for this? You can type the formula in the comment section. Okay. So you can see in the formula number 9 and 10, we had two formulas. One is concat and second one is a text join. You can use the same way. Sudha, the question is how to merge all the pin code in one cell. You can see in below the example. So I'm sure you are able to see the screen. If you want, I can make it a little bigger. And we will be able to use two formulas here. One is concat and we can do the same using the text join. We will try to use both the formulas. So we can use is equal to, first I need to put comma and drag it till the last row. Here we are using the fill handle, lesson number 3. So then is equal to concat and select the area. Now you can see all the pin codes are concatenated. Friends, remember whenever you are using the concat formula, the last cell will also have the comma. So you have to make sure that you are removing so that you will be able to use it. The second formula, yes, Jerry, the text join. So we will use the text join now. Friends, is there any problem with the video? Is it blurry? Okay, I don't see any responses. That means to say that Murali, I think you might have the issue with the connection. So please look into it. So I am going to use the text join is equal to text join. Now I'll be using the delimiter. We have seen, friends, how to read the formulas. To write the formula, if you have any keyword, first I am going to write the formula. After bracket, you have, it is asking for the delimiter. So I am going to use comma. Then I want ignore empty cells. Yes, I'm going to ignore. And then we are going to use the whole range. And bracket close, click on enter. Now you can see we have the same result. Is it visible now? Okay, we will go to the next problem. I think the screenshot is little bit blurry. So we will see the third problem. I think you will have the similar issue with the screenshot as well. So I'll read out the question. The question user asked us, I want to remove all the data of mother's name in this list. How do I remove it? Okay. So you have mother name, father name, and similarly you have the structure mother name, father name, mother name, father name. Now, how do you remove only mother name and we keep only the father name? Any idea? Anyone wants to comment on this? Okay. So friends, you can see you have in the alternative way mother's name, father name, mother name, father name. So what we can do is we have learnt in the philandel, we can use 1 and 2 and then we will be dragging it. Now you can see it is in the sequential order. Now I'll click on this and I'll click on copy cells. Now I have mother's name as 1 and all mother name as 1 and 2 father's name, all father's name as 2. Now what I will do, I will select this area and click on sort. We have learnt sort in the lesson number 8. So we are going to use that. Now you can see all the 2 father names are in the top, or we will use the filter of, sorry, we will use the sort option. In this we'll use the custom sort. Okay, I'm going to sort based on the column J. I'll click on OK. Now you see you have the mother's name on the top, father's name on the bottom. Since we have to remove the mother's name, we can select this and we can right click and delete the cells and click on OK. Now you can see the ones are the cells are deleted and we have only left with the father name. So is it clear? Okay, so we are going to see the problem number 4. So this is a very tricky question. So is there any formula to count amount of selected things in a cell? For example, he has given ABC dot DEF G dot HIJ dot KLMN dot O and P. This is an example he has given, and he is asking, is there any formula to count how many dots use in this? Okay, so anyone know what can be done, because this is where you will use uh, these puzzles whatever I have given, so it will make you to think in a different way altogether. So here we are not using a very big formula, it is a very simple formula we will be using, or a simple action which will basically make us to get the answer. So anyone can guess? No, not count if. Any other guesses? Okay, friends, see here. In this particular text, we have ABCD, whatever the example is. We have multiple dots. Now, if I am taking the total length of this particular text, you can see what is the total, correct? And if I replace these dots with empty cells or blanks, I can call it as, let's say I will paste it here and I will try to replace the dots with blanks. To replace the dot with blanks, you need to use replace formula. To replace, if you are using directly, so it will replace everywhere in the sheet. So for that case, you have to select both one or two cells, and then you have to click on Control H is a shortcut to replace. We have learned this in lesson number 8. And then what we want to find? We want to find dot, and what we want to replace as blank. Now you replace all. You can see you have a replace. Now you take the alien of this particular alien will give you the length. So you can use this one 16. Now the difference between this and this is going to be your actual number of characters. You can do the same thing for any of them. If you want dot, you can use dot here. If you want any of the letter, you can use letter in the similar manner. Now, to do this in little only one cell, we can use the formula instead of replace. So for that, we will be using the same formula as length. So is equal to ln of this one. So I have got my length. Now I want to take the length. I need to subtract it from the length of this particular values, but we have to substitute with dots to spaces. So we will be using substitute formula. This is a text, comma, the old text is going to be this text, comma, whatever the text we need to count for, we have to make it blank. Blank and space, both are different thing in Excel. Please remember. So whenever if you are giving space, it will still consider it as 20. If you are not giving the space and just giving the inverted comma, then it will consider it as empty. In that case, it will substitute all the dots with empty. So you can see we have the bracket opened here. So we have to close the bracket. So we have one open, one close, one open, two open, two close, two close. We have the formula, then enter. You can get the same answer. Is it clear? Friends, let me know if you don't understand anything. We can definitely uh, re-put it. Perfect. So we will go to the next problem. This is the problem from Sudha. So I have a table contains employee names and number of tasks. I want to see each employee engaged in different tasks with higher cells to create a proper backup plan. Could you please help? Now, since Sudha is available here, I just wanted to say because I did not add any of the a raw picture, so I just created some sample like sample of 6 tasks and performer backup plan 1, backup 2, and we considered 4 members in this, and we want to use the conditional formatting to highlight the cell. So how we are going to use the conditional formatting? Now to use the conditional formatting, we have learnt in the lesson number 9 and lesson number 10. It is going to come in the coming week on this. This is little bit of advanced conditional formatting. So still we will try to do it. So you go to home, you will have conditional formatting. Then you have to go to the new rule. Under new rule section, we have seen all of these, but we have not seen this. This is going to come in the next lesson. So you can see format values where this formula is true. Now we are going to use formula. So whenever using the formula, you have to start with is equal to. This is what we have learned whenever we started with the formulas. And then in the conditional formatting, always first cell will be considered in the selection. So you will be considering the first cell, this one. Now I want, if you remember in the lesson number 9, we discussed about the absolute reference and relative reference. So in this case, wherever the value is there, we want to highlight the same cell. So that is the reason we have to unlock both. If I am locking this for every cell, it will be comparing task and the member. If I am locking only column, it will check based on this. And if it is row blocked, it will be checking based on this. So that is the reason we are going to unlock both, and then is equal to, I want to check based on the person. Okay, so I will change the color to, let's say, green, and click on OK, and click on OK. Now you can see all the member list has been highlighted. Now, if I am not, she might be interested to look at. So if member one is doing this task also needs to be highlighted. And in this case, only this task will not be highlighted and rest of the task should be highlighted because member one is part of those tasks. Now to do that, we have to use a small formula which we will be doing in the further sessions, is called match. So is equal to match. I'm going to use the lookup value. Friends, it is not necessary that I will be training you every formula, because I'm just trying to train you how to write all formulas so that it will be very easy for you to identify what is the formula and how you can find the formula even if you not aware of. Let's say match you are not aware of, but someone told there is a function called match, you try to put that. Now we are going to try to understand what is match. In the match, it is asking you for lookup value. So lookup value is going to be my member one, and lookup array. In lookup array, I'm going to use, this is my list, then comma. Then if you want exact match, I'll use exact match, then close. Now you can see you have one here, and similarly you will be having. Okay, here I did not lock the cell because it is going to the next cell. So we need to lock the cell. To lock the cell, I don't want column wise also, row wise also to go down or go change. So I'm going to use the absolute reference. Enter, and then I will use the formula. Now it is saying this member one is in the selected area, first cell. Here selected area, third cell. Here selected area, second cell. Now what we are going to do is, here we have the NA, which is an error. So we are going to say if error, then I want to show it as blank, and click on enter. Now you can see this is showing you blank and 1, 2, 3, etc. Now we will select the task. Before selecting the task, I'll copy this formula and then select the task and click on conditional formatting, new rule, same formula is equal to formula I am doing, and I am trying to see if it is not blank in these cases, then it should be highlighting that cell. If it is equal to blank, then it should not do anything. So in this case, I say not equal to blank. In that case, highlight my cell, let's say this color, and click on OK. Now you can see task 1, task 2, task 3 has been highlighted. 5 and 6 is not highlighted. This I have put it here. You can directly put the formula within the conditional formatting also. Now I am going to remove this because we are not anyway referencing this. Now if I go to member 2, you can see member 2 is doing these many tasks. Let's see member 4. We can see member 4 is assigned with all the tasks, either backup or performer. Member 3 is basically assigned with only 2. Now she can understand, okay, here I have the formulas. Only the member 3 has been assigned with only 2 tasks. I can assign more tasks from member 4. So hope this particular conditional formatting is helpful to highlight the cell. I know it is little bit complicated, but friends, it is a very easier methods to do. Once you understand exactly how the formulas work, then you will be able to easily identify and you can do on your own. But at the end of the day, if you are just listening and leaving out, it looks like you have learned, but definitely you will not be learning unless and until you practice it. So practice with the current example, and then you go and try to use these methodologies with the different examples, or these features with the different examples. Then you will understand easily. Welcome, Farid. Okay, Farid, we will take this question later. Maybe we will try to finish all the problems first. So we are at problem number 5, and it is related to conditional formatting. Uh, Sudha asked this particular question, and I can see Sudha is available in the call as well. So is it informative? I believe this is informative, and we will go to the next question. Question number or problem number 6. So you can see the question is column, maybe it is in Hindi, so I will read it first in Hindi and then I will translate it in English. इस कॉलम के लास्ट नेम कैसे दूसरे कॉलम पे पेस्ट कर सकते हैं इजीली. Okay, so what she is trying to ask is, or he is trying to ask is, so he want to copy the last name from these cells to the next cells. We have different solutions for this, and I'm going to use two solutions, which are one is a little bit easy and the second one is a little dynamic. Okay, now we are going to see this. So if you remember, in the lesson number 2 or 3, we used fill handles. Lesson number 3, we used fill handles, and in that we used one of the feature called flash fill. Okay, so we are going to use the same method. So here you can see this has three names. See the patterns. You have A space Manvi. Here you have A space I space, and then you have the similar way. And here you have only one word which starts with A Achal, and you can see similar. A is common. So we have a different things whatever we are able to see now. So he want or she want this particular last name to be available. So you can see here it needs to be Sharma. It here it needs to be Manvi. Here it needs to be uh, Srujana or whatever. Now, so there are two ways. So if you see in the screenshot here, maybe if it is not visible, I can tell you that all the rows below 3 rows, every row has A and no space, whereas only 3 of them has spaces. So to solve this, you can use, one is you can remove the spaces so that you can easily identify if it is a first name or last name. Now, right now, Manvi I will consider as a last name. If I want to consider it as a first name, I need to remove the space. Now I will use Sharma here. I will copy this and I will paste it here. And you then you can use Control E, which is called flash fill. Now you can see all the names are copied. But here we consider Achal has a first name and not the last name. Here we are considering Manvi as the last name. So to remove this Achal, so what we need to do is we need to find a space character. If I have any space, then I am sure that we have a last name, first name and the last name. If it is not having any space, then we will consider it as a only first name. So we will use find. I want to use space. This time I am not going to use double inverted comma. I am going to use double inverted comma space double inverted comma within this particular text. So we have some number here and we have only one value because we don't have the space in this. Then I can use if error, then I want the blank. Now here I know this one is having space, so I can directly say, maybe I can directly write here or in the same column. Okay, I'll use if is error of this particular value. If it is an error, that means to say that it is a first name. So I'm going to use blank. Else, I'm going to use whatever the flash fill gave me and close the bracket. Uh, okay, is error of the value. I need to close a bracket here. Now you can see it is working. So you have only the last names. Similarly, there is another method which is a little bit complicated. So why I am adding this is because we have used in formula number 10 a text join. So text join we have seen in the problem number 2 how we have used it. Now we can try to understand in the a different methodology we will be using the text join here. So we will be using is equal to text join, then the delimiter will be blank in this case, and then ignore all cells, comma. Now it is asking me to give the text. So I am not going to give the same text. Instead, I am going to reverse the text and try to understand how many characters are there. Giri, we will come back to your question after this question. Okay. So text join, empty cells, and then we will be using a mid. Why I'm using the mid, I can directly give this one, but I have the spaces and I want to reverse it and try to understand each character. For that particular purpose, I'm going to use the mid and the text is going to be this one. And starting number, every individual starting number, I want to take one character. So for that, we will be using array formula. I'm sure you might be finding little difficulty in terms of understanding this particular formula. So I'm not going to ask you to understand each and every minute details of this, but I just wanted to show you this example to tell you, text join whatever we have seen is completely different from what we are using right now, so that you will be able to understand formulas can be used in a different ways. Okay, then I'll be using one. Okay, now you can see A space M, since I have used the three characters. Now I want the reverse. So reverse, we need to use the number of characters available in this. Now to help easily, I can use the len formula and try to understand the characters, and we will take the maximum character of this. So we have 22 is the maximum characters. So we will try to use 22 and 21, and we know we can use the fill handle to fill the series in the reverse order also. We want it till 1, and then here I will be using normal text join way. So text join from here to here. Before that, we need to give the comma and then 1 comma. So we have everything selected, then enter. Now you can see I have all the data, then I'll copy, paste special values, and then use all these 22 characters. So in the flower bracket, I'm going to use the 22 characters and click on OK. Now you can see the same text has been reversed. Now we will try to understand after reversing how many characters are there till the space. Okay, because we want to understand the space. So first I will drag the formula, and this is not required. Now I'll be using find. I want to find the space, comma, in this text. I have seventh character as space. So I'm going to use from the right side 7 characters. So write this, comma, these many characters. Now you can see we have a space in between. I mean, from the beginning. So we will reduce 1 character from find so that we will be having without space how many characters are there. Now I am going to get this particular data, and only whenever it is error, so it is giving me the formula, and we can use the same formula to identify if error. Now I am going to help you with, sometimes you might have seen there are big formulas which will be seen. So big formulas can be written very easily. How? We can see here Manvi is there, right? It is taking G11. So just copy, apart from this is equal to, you copy this and put it in place of G11. Now you have G column, not useful. I'll remove this. Now you see you have F column is used, and F column has a formula. So I will copy this. I'll remove is equal to, and I'll paste it here. Enter. Now you can see you have created a very big array formula. So this is the same way you can create any characters. You can create even 100 characters formula like this. Now we have the last names. Now we have to use if error. Now I'll say if error, then I'll use it as blank. So I can copy this formula and paste it everywhere. So this is how, these are the two different ways where you can identify the last digit, and you can separate the last name. So in case if you want to copy any number of, like for example in the example, I think there might be hundreds of rows. So you can copy and paste directly here, and you will be able to see the formula will be automatically taking, if it is any character, up to 22 characters, because we have considered here only 22 characters. Now this is also can be automated. uh, Whatever you are able to see in the flower bracket, using the absolute value, row and index and length, but that is going to become even more difficult for you to understand. So this is how, like for example, that is what I was trying to explain you. Whenever text join used, we saw, okay, text join can be used with some delimit, some true or false, and select the range, you will have the text join. But not only for that, but also in these cases, these text join or similarly different formulas can be used. So hope it was much difficult, but it was useful. So please comment if you have any questions. So I can see there are two questions which are sent by our friend Farid and Giri. Sorry if I am misreading the names. Apologies. Hi, my friend. I watched almost all your tutorials. Thank you, Farid. And really, it's very useful. How can I copy the same column from multiple Excel files or workbook and paste it respectively in the summary file? Yes, this is we are going to cover in the coming lessons. If you are looking for any urgent help, please contact me on Facebook or WhatsApp, and you can give me the files. I can help you with what exactly can be done. But however, there is one lesson which is concentrating on this particular topic, where you have hundreds of sheets or whatever the number of sheets, and you will be using one particular summary to pull all the data from a specific structured sheet. Okay, so we will definitely do it in the coming lessons. So we have another question from our friend Giri. I have all the employee details in one table. like employee name, address, salary, etc. I want in another table, if I select one employee name, I should be getting his salary details. Giri, I will not answer this. I think I will let our audience to answer this. What can be done in this case? Giri has a problem here. He has a employee details. One of the table has employee name, employee address, and salary, and he want to select one employee name similar to this. Here we are going to highlight the cell. Here, in his case, he want to understand the salary. So anyone has any formula in mind? We have covered this in our Excel formula shorts. Let's say this is the employee name, and let's say I have the salary. Okay, I'll give 1 minute to answer. After that, I'll answer this question. So if you select, let's say task 3, I mean the employee 3, he needs to get 13. Am I right, Giri? Hello, guys, am I audible? Okay, we will be using a formula VLOOKUP, or we can use XLOOKUP. In this case, we have the employee list and the salary, and I'm going to use is equal to VLOOKUP this, comma, within this range. So you have to read this. So VLOOKUP is asking for the lookup value. Lookup value is going to be employee 3. Table array is the table, but in VLOOKUP, always you have to make sure that the first column should be employee, otherwise it will not work. Otherwise, we might have to use index match or XLOOKUP. Index match we have not come till there, but we can use XLOOKUP for time being. So, but XLOOKUP is available only in 365 Excel. Okay. Then we will press F4 just to lock the cells. If you don't lock also, in this case it is okay. Then I want column index. So the first column and the second column. And I want the values in the selected area, second column. So I'll use second column. Then I want the exact match, bracket close, enter. So you have the value 13. So hope it is helpful. Please let me know. Friends, so we have tried to cover almost 6 to 7 problems today, and we have seen a lot of things which we learned from the lesson. We identified people are asking a similar type of questions, and we tried to solve together to understand, to make it work. So in the coming lessons also, coming live sessions also, we will be using something which is in the past we have learned, and those kind of questions we will be learning, and we will try to resolve anybody has problem, so that we will be learning based on their problems. Friends, we have a Facebook group and the WhatsApp group, so you can join there, and you can put your questions. You can comment on this videos. I'm going to upload this video as well for your reference. So you can take the examples, similar examples, and try to replicate these kind of problems on your own. Try to write the formulas on your own. Then you will be able to understand all the um, all the problems how to solve, so that it will be useful on your day-to-day life. So I'll give 1 minute if you have any questions to be asked. If nothing, please tell us that there is no question so that we can call it a day today. And from tomorrow, we are going to have continuous lessons and our puzzles and even the formulas. So make sure that you are trying to look into it and try to learn from it and keep learning Excel. So thank you so much for joining for the first live session. Hope it was informative and helpful, and you're taking care of yourself in this Corona situation. So thank you so much. We will meet in the next lessons and the live sessions whenever possible. Thank you. Sure, Sudha. We will look into Xlookup. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.